Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you guys for joining in on this beautiful day. We're going to do a little upkeep real quick because, I chose to do this last second. And now I know where to look. So got those little tallies, right? There we go. So we're going to do a little bit of little marketing updates today, and then we're gonna talk about hourly rate. Had the opportunity today to talk to a brand new entrepreneur, and she was talking about we were working on her perfect prospect. And what do I mean by that is one of the things that she was talking about was, how do I know whether or not someone is worth my time or not worth my time? And I said, oh, well, let me help you define that. And the first step in defining that is to know what your hourly rate is, right? Because when you know your hourly rate, it helps bring just a little bit of a measure to it, right? And for those of you that want to know what an hourly rate is, if you make $100,000 a year, right, and you work 52 weeks and you work 40-hour weeks and you're doing all the things, that's right at about $48.08. So I have built this little Google sheet that has the formula built in. If you want it, DM me and I will happily send this to you. All right, but this young lady was like, I really want to make $250,000. I'm like, okay, well, $250,000, here we go, $250,000. 52 weeks, you're going to work every week of the year, and then you're also going to work 40 hours a week. That's $120.19. And I wish I had a way to, if I take over the background, I don't think I can bring the background back because I'm in the studio by myself. Let me look real quick though. Stay with me here, right? Because it would make a lot more. It would make a lot more sense if I could show you. Oh no! Is this really going to work? Hold on. Do you see my screen? Do you see my screen? I think you see my screen. I think this is going to work. We're about to run with this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me show you. Let me zoom in on this real quick. Look at that. Hold on. Ready? That's step one. Let me try this. Thank you guys for joining me. Here we go. Nick's learning multi-view today. Tell me if this one is better. Ready? We're going to click here. We're going to go 1, 2. Oh, that's better because it's flat. It's not curved anymore. So here we go, right? Let me just put the 100,000. Perfect. $100,000, working 52 weeks, working 40-hour weeks. You only get the weekends, no holidays, none of that, right? $48 an hour. Great. Let's just do Control Z. $250,000 a year, 52 weeks, 40 hours a week. There we go, right? She goes, well, you want to know what, Nick? I'm really not going to work 52 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, right? At the end of the day, let's just say on average, someone gets 4 weeks of vacation, right? So we're going to take this number, we're going to trim it down to 48, but bam, it's 130 hours. She's like, I'm not working 40-hour weeks. I'm like semi-retired. I'm like, girl, you need to work at least 30 hours a week. You got to push this. So that's her hourly rate. And she sat back and she goes, that's my hourly rate? And I'm like, yes. Just the look on her face going, I've been doing so much with people that are really not going to buy from me. And it was real quick. It was like, well, hold on. How many hours? Here, I'll put the 10 right there. How many hours did you just spend with them, right? And And that's actually not the number I just built the formula. She spent 13 hours with them over the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, that's how much money you've invested into them. Her face, priceless. So here we go, right? Let's just roll through this real quick. This is how much you want to make a year, broken down by how many weeks you're actually going to work. 48 weeks, you're taking basically a month off. You're only working 11 out of 12 months, right? How many hours are you going to work per week? That's your hourly rate. How much time are you investing into others or being a distraction? Oh, you ready? You ready? Here's a really, 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 really good one. How much time have you spent on your phone? I don't like where that camera is. I'm going to switch it to this one. Boom. There we go. That's better. How much time have you spent on your phone? Can I do random? No, it didn't do it. Okay, that didn't work. Bad neck. Boop, boop. There we go. We'll go back to it. I'm getting fast at that, aren't I? Right? Think about this. Like seriously, maybe you're a gamer. How much time are you spending on a video game, right? How much time are you spending on your phone before you go to bed, right? Like maybe you're doing let's say on average, let's just say you do 2 hours a day, 7 days a week, and this is your hourly rate. So you're spending 14 hours a week on your phone. That's how much time you're spending on your phone. That's how much time it's costing you. Ow, that hurts. An extra $2,400 in your pocket? Like, what could you be doing with those? I feel kind of called out here. Man. All right. Well, hey, now you get to look at all of the things that I have open up here, right? So just hey, if you want this, if you don't want to build out all the formulas, just ask me. I'll send it to you. I'm going to turn this off now. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it. Oh, my goodness. I am going to be a master at this. That's a little crooked. That camera right there is just a little crooked, and that's okay. Do you want to know why it's okay? Because at the end of the day, it just is. It just absolutely is. So let's go ahead, and we're now going to go ahead and move right into our marketing update. I hope that last piece helps you. So today is March 27th, and we're seeing a massive pivot in the search wars. Oh man, that's some fighting words right there, right? So, and a tightening of the noose in AI governance. I mean, obviously, we all knew this was going to happen, right? So something is nice and it's out there, and then the next thing you know, the government comes and says, "Ooh, mine." And if you say the government doesn't do that, you just haven't lived long enough. All right, let's get this right here. Well, that's not working. We're just gonna forget this. We're just gonna keep it right here. All right. So we're gonna go through our KLT framework. There we go. I figured it out. We're going to go through our KLT framework. What does that mean? That means that we're going to start with become known. So it's a focus on GEO AI research and the battle of the discovery layer. Become known, be like, build trust. And please hear me with this, right? This is not just about business. This is about your personal brand. Let's hop into it. New data from March 2026 shows that Google Gemini has officially overtaken Perplexity as the second largest driver of AI-based web traffic. Since the rollout of Gemini 3, site visits from the platform have surged by over 115%, while ChatGPT's referral share has been surprisingly on a double-digit decline. So my question to the audience, which AI do you use when you're searching? When you're searching, which AI do you use? So if you heard any marketer talk about how Google is dead, that narrative was a little premature. Gemini is reclaiming the throne by turning conversational search into a traffic engine, making it the primary target for reviews to revenue. The same thing I've been trying to teach y'all. Let's take your reviews, let's turn it into revenue, and definitely other strategies. Now, oh man, this is going to hit someone hard. Are you ready? This is probably going to be my new tagline. This is the death of SEO, and this is death of the SERP. As of this month, AI overviews are appearing in roughly half of all Google searches in the US. This search everywhere shift means that being number one in the blue links is no longer the goal. The new metric is brand mention rate within the AI summary itself. This guy, and hopefully you, should not be optimizing for just clicks anymore. We should be optimizing for citations. If the AI doesn't mention you as a trusted source, then you're going to lose market share in 2026. Please hear with what I just said. This is not just companies. This is not just large companies. If you are a local business and you're not optimizing for citations, and that is maybe within your website, that is maybe within your SEO, that is maybe within your, your social media, and then are you publishing your citations? Are you publishing your content to the different directories out there that are feeding the AI? Because the AI is the invisible gatekeeper to answers. Phase 2 of Kinetic Curve is be liked. Do people and does AI even like you? Let me know. Let me know if AI likes you. This is all about reputation management, the CX cap, and the AI consumer intelligence. Let's hop right into this. In Medella's March 2026 report revealing that a staggering perception gap. While brands are pouring money into AI chatbots, 83% of consumers feel like the experience is actually stagnant or worsened. Yes, 100%. When I call your company and it goes, "Hi, thank you for calling ABC Company. My name is John. How can I help you?" I know I am talking to an AI. When you're a client of ours, that's actually the one thing we tell you not to do. And if we build it for you, we absolutely do not do it. We build it the same way we build our AI. You ready? "Hi, thank you for calling Kinetic Curve. Her name is Kim's. She's the office AI. How can I help you today?" Here, I'm a Nick phrase it. You ready? "Hi, thank you for calling Kinetic Curve. My name is Nick. I'm the office AI. How can I help you today?" You can say things like sales, customer service, support. High-performing brands are now ditching the NPS in favor of an AI sentiment indicator to close the gap. Correct, right? NPS score is all about the customer service side. It's all about the human side. But the AI-driven sentiment indicators, that is something that you absolutely need. And we have that. When we build AIs within the CRM, within the builder that we use, we get that. Not only do we know the AI, the sentiment, right? But we also can listen to the conversation and we get an email afterwards, so we know what's being said. This is the reviews to revenue sweet spot. Automation without authentic sentiment management is just a faster way to alienate customers. How many times have you hopped onto a website? How many times have you called a phone and just said, "human"? And then you got to say, "human." And he tries to keep going. You say, "human." You want to know who's absolutely horrible about this? Nope. I'm not going to mention that credit union. Nope. Not going to do it. There's a credit union that is just absolutely horrendous with this. They have gone so far down the AI path that it is almost impossible to get to a human. Case in point. Our AI, Kim's, she answers the phone. If you say human, boom, right to customer service. Now here's what this doesn't say. The amount of phone calls that are spam phone calls or sales phone calls, they don't even make it to us. Why? Because that robo-dialer that's doing those that's calling those numbers, right? As soon as it realizes that there's another AI on the line, it just cuts it off. So a great way to protect your company and protect your time. businesses, if you're using AI, focus on the wow factor. It's, I'm reading this book called, can't remember, but it's all about the Ritz-Carlton, the new golden standard, all about the Ritz-Carlton and the way that they do things. I'm sure if they're implementing AI, I'm sure they're doing it at the exact same standard. All right, let's go to the next thing. AI reputation intelligence is becoming mission critical for enterprise growth. Agreed. Legacy reputation tools are failing in 2026 because they can't keep up with the speed of viral reviews across TikTok and AI interfaces. Yes. The new reputation intelligence platforms are now being used to inform core business decisions, core product pivots in real time before a negative trend can tank the stock price. 100%. Now, does the CRM and the AI reputation management tools that we have, are they enterprise level? No. Can they be ramped up to enterprise level? Yes. There is capacity in there for growth. One of the best things about our tool, I'm just going to give a little pivot real quick, is the fact that we can put so many different review platforms into one central dashboard. Reputation isn't a PR department anymore. It's a data stream that dictates product strategy. If you're not using AI to listen, you are strategically blind. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that, right? It's funny it's not funny. When I go speak and I talk about social media, I teach business owners about social media. I say there's two things you have to consider. Your social speaking, which is what I'm doing right now, creating content, and your social listening. Are you responding to the engagement? Are you responding to comments and likes and engaging with your audience on all those on your platforms, right? This is absolutely critical because what you get is you get someone who goes, oh, I want to be on all the platforms. Great, master one. Like, see if you can just handle the reviews and do that for like 6 months. I want to be like Alex Hormozi or Gary Vee. Great, start with one, crush it there, and then splinter off. Create so much content now and then continue to reuse it, right? But you have to handle the engagement side. And if you're not willing to do it, you either get someone on staff or you call us. So introduced this week, the CLEAR Act requires all AI developers to submit a detailed public notice of all copyrighted works used in their training data sets. This marks a massive move towards transparency, allowing brands and creators to track exactly how their intellectual property is being used to generate AI answers. That's good. Here at Kinetic Curve, we say you got to become known, you got to be like, and you got to build trust. Now, are you going to make everyone happy? No. Are you going to make every eye happy? Maybe, right? Because there's a formula. There's a formula that the AIs use to, make sure they get all the data. So this is really good because this helps build trust because it's built on transparency. The CLEAR Act is the first step in ensuring that the authority and the AI search engines claim is actually backed by legal and ethical paper trail. What does that mean? That means if company A is saying we're the authority on this, then there is something to back up their claim, right? And it's not just like some random thing. It has to be here. See what I'm saying here? Paper trail. Now, does that like physical paper? No, that's digital paper, right? Either website content. Like I didn't say SEO was dead. I said SEO is changing. What do you have on Reddit, Medium.com, Quora, right? What's said about you on Wikipedia? There's a lot of different places that you got to have things now. Does your Google match your Apple match your Bing match your Yelp? And then are the other 40 secondary directories all saying the same thing? 2026 is the year of AI governance. Wow, that's a nice word. Becomes operational and enforceable. With the with the EU AI Act and states laws like and state laws like the Texas Responsible AI Governments Act is going live in the first half of 2026. Compliance is no longer optional. Companies are now required to show evidence-ready governance includes documented impact assessments and human-in-the-loop verification. Great. Just said a whole lot of legal stuff, right? What does it mean? That means that they're saying, hey, do you have a human in the loop before the final decision is made? Oh, you do? Prove it. Now, what this does is this very much complies with the EEAT. In 2026, you can't prove that your AI is ethical and governed. Oh, let me read that. In 2026, if you can't prove that your AI is ethical and governed, you won't just face a fine, you'll lose the trust components that convert leads into customers. I get that. 100%, right? Did you do what you said you were going to do? It's really that simple. Is your AI doing what you programmed it to do? One of the worst things you can do as a business owner is say, I'm going to do this. Have a customer pay for it, and then ghost. Not do it. On the flip side of that, the other way to get a really bad reputation is when you hire a service provider and they do what you paid them to do, and because you can't see the value in it afterwards, or you changed your mind afterwards, or someone got in your head, you go back, you say, oh, I didn't want to pay for that. Work's already done. Don't play that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. That right there is a little marketing update as far as what's going on within the world of AI. I hope this has been beneficial to you. I hope you come join me every day. I'm thinking about moving this show to the morning. So, let me know in the comments if you think that would be a better idea. That way we're not having the show right as, school's getting out and people are driving. Better maybe we start with the show in the morning, and that way you guys can watch it throughout the day. But I would love to know your feedback in the comments. Guys, thank you for being part of this. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look. You see this microphone? See it? You should be sitting here. You should be sitting right here, and letting me interview you. Now, Nick, let me just ask, why would you want me to interview you? One, get to be on the show. Two, content. Real live content is king. And three, get your reps in. If I'm going to be here almost every day, come join me. Come do this with me. Because the more practice you have talking into a mic, wearing a headset, watching cameras, using technology, and sharing your story, the more of an impact you will make. So again, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great day.